Alright, it is Sunday the 15th of September. I'm almost done with my porch. I have a few more things and then I'll show y'all. Hold on. Let me trying to get my arm to hold the camera. I've been having some muscle issues. Okay. So I don't know if I ever said my daughter got home the other night at midnight. Yesterday we had tons of errands. So I had been suffering from heartburn for 3 days. Y'all saw in that video, I felt like I was getting the flu. I was having these horrible stomach cramps that were pushing me to the floor, and I could not figure out why. I thought I strained a muscle. Like, I almost passed out multiple times. I've been feeling like I'm having severe panic attacks and allergic reactions. Like, it was horrible. Horrible for about 4 or 5 days. And really bad 2 days ago. Alright, y'all. Horrible. I've had IUDs that were put in exactly when they were supposed to be for over 11, 13 years. Somewhere around there. That was the problem. I was getting my real first period in 13 years. I suffered. It was every symptom I ever had before. But it had been so many years since I experienced that, I didn't realize that's what it was. So when I am about to get it, I will have diarrhea, I will throw up, I will have the worst heartburn in the world for 3 to 4 days before. I have fainted from the severe stomach cramps I get from them. I even when I was in labor with my daughter, I told them, even though it was excruciating pain, I was like, this isn't even as painful as my periods. And that's also why my sciatica is hurting extremely bad. I always get sciatic issues. I have polycystic ovary syndrome and endometriosis, so when I actually have real periods, it makes me very sick, especially the endometriosis part, and that's what hurts my sciatica, plus the swelling of the bottom of my stomach and everything else. I also get migraines from them. I get itchy, like my whole body reacts. And the doctors thought on the time schedule that they had 3 more weeks before that happened, so they scheduled me for the taking out my old one and putting the new one in on the 20th. They said like a week or 2 later there would be some complications because it would be too late. Well, here's my complications. It was too late. They didn't make it in time. And I'm not supposed to have like periods like this at all. Even on the marina, I would only like spot. I would gain up some weight, but I really wouldn't bleed. And that's the whole purpose, is because I have complex hydroplasia, acute complex hydroplasia. There we go. Which is basically your cells going insane inside your uterus. That can cause you to have uterine cancer. That's what causes it. So yeah, hopefully they don't have to biopsy or do an ablation again, because literally they do not want me to have periods at all, because cancer could happen. A normal person who has the condition I have, who was done having children, they would just take your uterus, your cervix, and your tubes out and leave your ovaries, but I can't be put under. The only time I could ever be put under is if I'm going to die without surgery, because surgery can kill me. So yeah, I'm going through that craziness. So that means no more heartburn right now. That has always happened like 3-4 days before, and then it just vanishes just like that. And I could not understand why it was happening, because I hadn't really changed anything. I thought it was the pork rind maybe, which was weird because it was the same ingredients of the other pork rinds I had been eating with no issue. Then I was like, was it too much bacon? Like, my brain was all over the place. Was it because I got way too cold? Was it because I got, like, it was spinning its wheels trying to figure out what happened. And it was just my hormones. Just my hormones. So now I'm fine, other than, you know, sciatic pain and stuff. I tend to pull nerves easier. I tend to have severe muscle pains. Like, it's insane, the weird stuff. I literally think I get a horrible flu every time just a few days before, especially the night before, and then it just miraculously disappears. And that's where I am right now, other than I'm going to have sciatic pain until it's over. And on Friday, I think it's this Friday, yeah, on Friday I get it replaced. So, sorry, the birds are distracting me. My ADHD is out of control. I'm really hungry. It's 11:30. This is when I get hungry. But Dino really wants to go to the gym today, but he wants to go to the Y because it's closer. I want to go to Planet Fitness because I prefer it, and it's 24 hours. Meaning, I've been up since 9. He's been up. But he wants to go to the Y because it's right here. And they don't open till 1. And is it just me or other people like this? You cannot eat anything if you're going to go work out or walk a treadmill or anything. Like, I can't. Treadmills make me a little dizzy, so I don't like eating before. Just because it causes me to have nausea. Also, I'm pretty lethargic for a while after eating. Like, I don't feel my best after eating anything almost. The salad I ate last night went over perfectly well, and I didn't eat another bite of anything else. That was it. That is all I had yesterday was that salad, so I guess I should have put the turkey meat in there. But that's all I had. I was supposed to weigh in this morning, but he was still sound asleep, and the scale is in that bathroom, and I didn't want to wake him up. So I'll weigh in tomorrow morning to know how much I lost in the first 30 days. I guess it'll be like first 31 or 2 days or something. I'll have to look and see. But I lost train of thought. It just went out of my mind. Oh, but so I don't like to eat beforehand, but I'm starving. So going to this one, we won't be home because he's like, we don't have to be there as soon as they open. We can wait. I'm like, no, I want to be there when they're open because I'm starving and I won't be able to eat until we get home. And if you want to be there over an hour, we're talking like 3 o'clock or 4 before I get to eat today. Plus, I still have to go buy me something if I don't want to eat the turkey salad, which I'm not sure I do. So that's why I want to go sooner. That's why I was trying to talk him into going to Planet Fitness. One, I love that little circular room in there. There's barely anyone ever in there. I can skip the machines I can't do. I feel more comfortable. I feel more isolated. And there's more machines I can actually use. At the Y, I'm just going to be walking the treadmill. Their machines are just so different and they do not explain very correctly, and most of them are arm machines and back machines. Like, they don't have a lot of leg ones, and with this boo-boo right now, I don't want to mess with a machine that might hurt it. So that is one reason. I just love Planet Fitness, and I get a massage afterwards, one of those waterbed massages for 10 minutes, but it's like 12 miles away and he doesn't want to go that far. It takes like 15-20 minutes. So we're going to go to the Y, and hopefully I can find something other than just the treadmill. I'm just not... Like, I wanted to go walking down the road, but guess what? We saw another friggin' snake, and I'm pretty sure it was a copperhead this time. There are snakes all over the friggin' road right now, and it is copperhead birthing season. And we've never had this issue, but... Remember back over here where they've taken the whole forest down? We're having a lot of snake issues. I think they all ran from over there this way instead of going to this creek where they should have went. They all ran this way. The building's 6 houses over there. 6 houses. My daughter's excited. She wants neighbors. But the problem is, most of them are going to be adults. Most people don't move in with teenagers, especially as tiny as these houses are going to be. They're going to be, like, really small for a normal house. My trailer will be bigger than any of the houses they're building over there. They're all 1,000 square feet less. My trailer inside is about 1,300 square feet. And then they also count the patio in their square feet when they list things, which I don't understand why. But if I counted my porches, well, I got a 10 by 40 and I got a 20 by 20, so, or 20 by 14. Yeah, I think it's 20 by 14 or, no, 20 by 16. So I have 2 of those. Like, I know it's a house and this is a well, people get mad when I call it a trailer because it's a modular home. But that's one reason that I would, let me tell y'all, if I had money, I would buy me a big modular home. They're so fancy inside, so pretty, and they usually have more square footage. And I like that they're shotgun, like all one level like that. But yeah, I'm totally, see, I told you I have ADHD really bad today because my mind is all over. But so she's really excited, hoping there'll be someone she can talk to over there. She doesn't really have anything in common with adults. She keeps saying, you know, I'm 19, right? I'm like, that's, the age isn't, it doesn't matter about the age. It matters if you have anything in common to talk about and stuff. If someone's going to work and they have kids and they're married and that is their life and you're on a 13 level, most adults wouldn't have time for that. They would want adult friends. So she can't understand the difference. Last night was horrific. I thought me, my mom, and dad was going to have a heart attack. It was the worst episode ever. Yes, honey? Yeah. Hold on. Okay, sorry, Dino interrupted. So she had a really, really, really horrible breakdown. The screaming, the crying, everything else that goes with it. She, in the dark, went up the street crying, and then we heard screaming in the distance, and we thought it was her. My mom rushed in to get the car keys. I'm running up the street, and I guess it was in a different neighborhood. Some kids were fighting and screaming, which I could tell once I got up there, but from where we were, it sounded like it was her screaming for help. Oh, it was horrible. And when we have neighbors, they're going to be calling the police. And it is just her autistic behavior. What set her off was she had a really, something happened. And I was like, okay, so what happened? Wanting the story. And she's like, well, I have to go back 3 months of the story. I already knew the 3 months ago story. I have severe ADHD. I was in severe pain and needed to sit down. I had just cooked everyone's food and I hadn't got to go home and cook my food yet. And I'm like, can I have the Cliff Notes? And that upset her. And I'm like, okay, so can you tell Nana the whole story? And she gives me the Cliff Notes. And she's like, yes. Okay. So I think we're okay. But I still need to cut my dad's steak and everything and get his plate together before I leave the house. And then she just loses it and starts screaming and yelling that I hate her and all this horrible stuff. And this is what happens with autism people, y'all. So this is normal. This is normal. Been going on since she was a baby. And the psychiatrist and everyone's like, this is normal. She has autism. So I'm not mad at her, but we're crying and we're begging her to please stop because it was horrible and it's horrible to watch and stuff, and that doesn't work. That just makes her more mad. And we're trying to tell her that whatever this is that she's so upset about too, on top of it, doesn't matter. So it became this big giant nightmare. Big nightmare that lasted till 9:30. And it started around 7:30. Dino ended up coming out because he heard the hollering, even though he's hurt his back. He came out and he doesn't have ADHD. He doesn't have anxiety. He doesn't have heart conditions or strokes. Like the rest of us all do. So he was able to calm her down with kittens and let her tell this very long story that took over an hour to tell. And there's no way I could have stood for an hour. And I can't sit at my mom's house. One, they're redoing the whole place, so there's nowhere to sit. And two, I had cat hair on me. And my daughter wanted to be at my mom's. So she has a bigger room there, so she's normally there. Except when it comes to mealtime and stuff, Or, well, she's still there. I just bring her food. But the crazy part is, once she told the long story to him, she could give me the Cliff Notes, which was really fast. And by the time that I was going to give in and just stand there for an hour plus listening to the story, that is very hard for me to focus on because I have severe ADHD, and trying to follow a whole entire story for an hour is hard for me. I get lost, especially if you give me too much information. I can't talk, y'all. So she was able to give me the Cliff Notes after that. And then I had to explain to her, because this was a friend for years. And I thought she had him blocked on everything, because he just was not a friend, in my opinion. He was messing with her mind too much. And then he found a way to get through. He was blaming her for something he totally did. Something that was totally inappropriate. And none of her friends wants to have anything to do with him, which I totally agree on this one. And in the end, he blamed her and then said, "But I love you," and then blocked her so she couldn't respond. So she felt guilty. She felt like she was in the wrong. She was not, y'all. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not going to go into details, but let me tell you, there is not one single one of y'all, any one of y'all, who would think she was in the wrong on this one. He did do something very inappropriate. And yeah, so I had to explain to her, and her therapist told her before, of the things he would do is gaslighting and narcissists. Like, he thinks he's the only one that matters. He's always right. And then he'll say something to make you think you've done something that you did not do. Like, he likes to tell you you do stuff you don't do. And then he would be like, "But I love you." I had to explain to her, because she felt horrible at that point, that that's what they do. Just like abusers. And he learned that from his abusive father. So we used to give him big giant leeways. But the leeways are over. My daughter's mental health matters more, and so does her other friends, because it was bad what happened. But I had to explain, that's what they do. They hurt you, and then they make you feel like it was your fault. I love you. I'm sorry. You're my friend. That's what they do. Whether it's mental, physical abuse, that is classic. And her therapist tried to tell her this when the therapist read a lot of texts back and forth. And that's why she blocked him a couple of months ago. And I just thought, it'd be okay. I didn't realize, she didn't tell me everything. I didn't realize how bad it was. Let's just say he's 18 and he likes to, maybe his brain's not 18, but he likes to talk to girls that's 13, 14. Inappropriately. Parents got involved. The girl's parents got involved in this whole situation too, come to find out. But he was blaming Haley. I'm going to just tell y'all. He was blaming Haley, saying she put thoughts in the girl's head. But she didn't. Those were horrible texts. They were inappropriate texts. And the girl came to Haley and said, "Can you please help me?" She was only 13. So they're all a member of a group. They all went to homeschool together, not him, but the little girl and my daughter did. And my daughter even taught one of the classes she was in. It was an art class. So yeah. And she had a rough night. So I told her, because she writes songs. She has a ukulele. She writes her own music, her own words. I'm like, just don't say his name, but pretend you're Taylor Swift, okay? And write it out. Give your therapist, give you your own therapy. Buy whatever kind. It can be country. Just don't make it sad. Make it funny. And like I had her laughing at the end. I was on the phone until like 11 with her. We talk better on the phone. When she sees me, maybe because I'm in so much pain standing there and I'm pacing the whole time, I can't just stand still. But when we're on the phone, I'm editing videos, I'm doing other stuff, and then I can talk. But she doesn't want to be in the room with me while I'm doing that. So she calls me. And it's fine. It's fine. That works for us. It's the only communication that works for us. But so in the end, she was laughing, and I hope she stayed that way. I hope she wrote the song. I just told her to leave his name out. My mom said use his name. And let's just say my mom wanted to make her laugh. So my mom said the F word, and my mom does not cuss, y'all. My mama does not cuss. So that made Haley just crack up laughing and freak out that my mom said a bad word. So in the end, it was okay, but we don't know how to help her control her emotions, and therapy has not helped at all. I don't think the lady knows anything about autism, because she just tells her she needs to make more friends and go out more. And we were taking her to therapy with her autism because she needed to learn coping mechanisms. And after years, you should learn a little. That's what everything I read, everyone I've taught to, you usually can learn something. But she's been going for years and learned nothing. So, and she has a psychiatrist for her depression and anxiety and her ADHD and stuff. So that's why we have so many appointments. And yes, I'm the only one who can do my parents' chores or errands. One, because it's military, and only I can have their IDs and get to the places that need to be gotten. Two, they're very picky about how they do everything. Just like I'm very picky how to pick out groceries and stuff. So I'm the only one who can ever do it. They all know that I am going to pay attention to every single detail. I'm very detail oriented, and nothing's going to be wrong. Also, my daughter won't let other people drive her, period. So, and most of the places that Dino has to go is so far away, he would never, he doesn't remember where places is, and GPS doesn't work for most of them, so that would never work. Y'all, car insurance is really expensive in North Carolina, especially if you're a first-time driver's license, because you don't need them in Hawaii. It would be like $5,000 a year, $3,000 to $5,000 we were told a year, even on a shitty-ass car, because it's a first-time driver. Doesn't matter the age. For the first 3 to 5 years. Plus to buy a car. That's not happening. Not happening in a billion years, because he's retired and he ain't got that kind of money to save up, and he in a shitty ass car. Well, first of all, we're not letting food go in a shitty ass car. That's not happening. No groceries are going in there, and everything's 2 hours away. You can't drive a crappy car anywhere. Like I have another car, but it is too and no, I'm not paying anyone on it. Not happening. I've learned that in my past with my exes. I'm not going to be responsible for my insurance going up, and you can't legally put another insurance on it. And it is a backup car, and sometimes I just drive it around here. My mom drives that all the time. It was my grandmother's car. So my mom, she doesn't go far, y'all. And when I mean all the time, I mean like once every couple of months when she takes herself to the doctor. She doesn't really like to drive most of the time because she has like some issues going on, and she just, yeah, she doesn't need to drive. But it would be financially irresponsible because, first of all, it could not be a crappy car. Second of all, oil changes are like $100 and something every 6 months. Taxes on a car is about $200. Even a crappy friggin' car around here is over $200. The list goes on and on how much financial debt that would put us in. So no, I love where I am financially, and I'm not going into debt again. Like, I owe nothing on credit cards. I own my house. I I owe nothing. Okay, I pay as soon as my tax bill comes in for the land. Already paid it in cash. Soon as my insurance bill, it came in, but it's not the one you can pay yet. And it went up drastically, but the coverage went down, which sucks. But I have the cash, and I'm paying all of it. It's like almost $1,000. Pay it. Because I am very responsible now. Like, I have no outstanding debt. And I am 46 years old, and I am so thrilled that I can say that. Y'all just don't know how thrilled I am and how much I had to do with that over the years of my life so that I could be sitting here right now not worried about money. Not worried at all. I don't have to freak out if that steak is $20 a pound. Do I want to pay $20 a pound for a stupid steak? No, I don't. But I buy stuff on Temu. I buy stuff at cheap. I buy stuff on clearance so that I can afford that with no problem. And when my electric bill is retardedly, okay, I know people don't like that word, I'm sorry, stupidly $300, I have it. Even though I don't want to pay it, I have it. And I have not been in this position without debt on my head any of my life. Not even as a teenager, because I was stupid and got credit cards. This just happened this year. I think it was, what was it, March, April, somewhere in there. I was able to pay every single thing off. Everything. And it was my last set of payments. And as soon as my tax return came in, I paid every single thing off. And to not have that stress on me is all that matters to me. And I love driving. The driving isn't the issue. The issue isn't taking people places. The issue is, normally, I have to remember everyone's medical stuff. I have to remember everything. I have to remember why we're there. I have to remember, it's the having to remember, or having to sit a million years, or too many appointments in 1 week. And I'm fixing that right now. It's irritating people, but I am fixing it. So that I can have weeks off during the month that I only have to, like, take Haley to her therapist and then drop her off for her little meetup group. I am trying, especially for the rest of this year, especially if Dina wants to go to the gym and stuff, I need to clear my schedule. Yeah, I really talked this morning, like, maybe because I'm starving and I know I can't go in there and eat right now. Let me go see what time it is, which I know I can look at my watch, but my porch is looking kind of cute. Like I said, it's going to be very, only if you saw the other video, it's going to be not as much stuff on my porch as it was during the spring and summer, but that is just because my Christmas stuff is going to be a lot. Alright, I noticed yesterday, I'm so sorry, this was shaking like crazy in my video, so I'm trying to find the perfect position where it will not shake. It's mainly because the phone is so big. Oops, stop shaking. Hold on. There we go. Yes, new batteries. New batteries. Alright, definitely going to get new lettuce tomorrow. So, 1.5 cups, Italian blend of romaine. Oh no, I think I've used all my tablespoons and they're in the wash. Like, to be washed. I haven't started the dishwasher. I literally told myself, I'm going to get all this before pushing record, but did I do that? No. Found one. My magnetic one. Okay. Let's go on with this one. 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise. Gonna see if I like the taste of this. Like if it changed. Oh my gosh. Still tastes like plain eggshell, but I'm not gonna eat it. Look how thick it got though. Okay. This one, this is the thickness of like the pudding stuff you make with the eggs. Literally just tastes like eggs. Maybe I will put a little, so I have the flavor of eggs. 1 tablespoon of the weird stuff I made that was supposed to be mayonnaise, which I'm really thinking it needs bacon. So I do have some boiled eggs. I'm gonna make only half. Yeah, I have 3 boiled eggs, and I'm gonna make bacon tomorrow. So, or I might make fresh boiled eggs for it, because I will be making bacon tomorrow. Now I tell you, this mix would taste yummy inside deviled eggs. Would still your mayonnaise though. Like, yeah, if you haven't ever tried Zoot's mayonnaise, it's got a taste that nothing else in the world tastes like. I'm also not a big fan of this still weed. It doesn't seem to be as strong. And yes, I'm using it a lot because it doesn't come out. It is 4 o'clock. This is my first meal of the day. Whoops, I'm so sorry. And yes, we did go to the Y. It did not have all the equipment that Dina wanted. They changed out some of their equipment. They went to barely any back equipment now. Just totally not what he wanted. But we were there, and I did not walk a treadmill. I did not do cardio. I actually used the machines with him. That I will do. I will stand there and he does his, and while he's resting, we change the weight. I do mine. That I am comfortable with. I did a leg one because he wasn't doing legs. He's only focused on back right now because his back is hurt. The leg one, I would have done it more, but I bruised myself. I bruised my thighs. It's a thigh one that you do this, butterfly, whatever you want to call it. And I bruised the heck out of my thighs. So I had to stop. It was killing me. It was like, no, we're not going to do that. All right, I cooked this steak 4 days ago. I had to go watch my videos to make sure it was still good because I didn't remember when I cooked it. So, let me taste it. Just make sure I like the taste before I run my salad. Nope. I don't like warmed up steak. Like leftover steak. Not eating it. Making sure. Nope, not doing it. Which means I'm going to be cutting it up really tiny. And I only put a tiny bit of Redmond salt on here when I made it before it went on the grill. So a lot of it came off on the griddle. I'll just let brats eat a little, not a lot. It's a lot of fat in it for my babies. Alright, not doing the steak. I'm so glad I tasted it, y'all, because I am hungry and I don't want to run my food. I hate when I put stuff together and I don't remember when I did it. Hold on, let me see when I put this together. Alright, y'all. It's now 4:30. I put what y'all saw me make in the fridge right now because my stuff was too old. I got new turkey. I've ground it up. That used some mussels to do. I got my eggs. My fresh boiled eggs over here. I'm about to throw some bacon on before I even make my salad. Y'all, this world is going crazy. That's all I gotta say. People think the right side are the wicked, evil ones. Well, what just happened just now? What just happened? Another assassination attempt. Yeah. No, this is getting insane. You can't even have... That's not democracy if you're trying to take out one of the opponents. That's not democracy at all. This is getting... this is horrible. I don't usually talk about this stuff. But this would be horrible even if it was the other side, right? Even if it was the other side that I'm not on for my own reasons, because I believe in freedom of speech and I'm a constitutionalist, okay? Not a Democrat, not a Republican, I'm a constitutionalist. And there's no constitutionalist that can run for president. Like, it just doesn't happen. Now, I would have voted for JFK Jr. if he, not JFK, anyway, Robert Jr. I would have voted for him if he was running on an actual thing where he could have won, because he's a constitutionalist. He definitely believes in freedom of speech. He believes in trying to figure out what's wrong with our children. Why are we all so fat? Why are we all so sick? Why do we all have metabolic syndrome? What's in our food? And those are things that are important to me. And those are the things that Trump is really interested in. And he said it a million times. Also, he's not trying to ban abortion. He's just giving it back to the states. And yes, I do believe for medical reasons, for a little kid being raped, even though I don't believe in killing unborn children, I do believe there are some circumstances that are just so much worse. And you shouldn't force someone to have a baby in those horrible circumstances. I cannot judge. They will have to answer one day. But I just do not think there's certain, like, you just shouldn't be forced. I think, I don't know what country, because I don't want to say the wrong is that place, but there are 12 and 11-year-olds being raped. And they're being forced to give birth, and they are having to have special surgeries because their bladder gets, like, I won't even talk about it. But there's too much evil right now. There's so much evil. It's so much hate, so many wars, so much going on. We need someone who can step in and try to end it all. But anyways, I'm gonna go make some bacon. Already have my ground up turkey going on. Had cheese already. Pulling out my eggs right now. I've had it in too long. Way too long. So hopefully I did not overcook them, which I probably did because I got distracted by the news. Give me a second. I'll end the video. Oh, they are way overcooked, y'all. I'm going to be devastated. But I accidentally, because it's 5 minutes cook under pressure. On high, 5 minutes release, and unfortunately I did 10 minutes release because I got distracted. And then 5 minutes in an ice bath, which I think I put too much. I think I did not get a big enough bowl. Okay. And I'm gonna make bacon before I eat because I really want bacon in my salad. So, alright, my eggs are over here in a little ice bath, which is getting hot. I'm going to go ahead and close this up, put it back in the fridge. I'm going to put that in a baggie, put it in the fridge. I don't, even though it says you can eat this longer than 4 or 5 days because it was a cut up one, so it wasn't like in the deli sitting there open. I just don't play that game. When it comes to turkey, chicken, anything poultry, or anything uncured or low preservatives, I don't play that game. 6 days, well, usually 4 days max, but I think I went to 5 days with it. I think today would have been the 6th day. And there's no reason. It's not a whole lot left. I'm not wasting a whole lot. And this way I can make sure I'm not eating anything that could make me sick. I have enough health issues without eating stuff to make me sick. Alright. Time to put this away and go put the bacon on. Alright, so I have the bacon on out there. But I want to go ahead and get this ready for trying to make mayonnaise again. But I don't want to use the yellow at first because I think that's what ruined the taste. Even though I know most mayonnaise is made with the yellow yolk, I just want to try it this way first, and then I can go back and add it. Like, it'll have a little on the white, and I'm going to still just do 3. I was going to use the cutting board, but changed my mind. All right. That is going to make some amazing deviled eggs, though. We'll go ahead and use this one, too. I'm going to get a little dish to put the yolk in anyways, because I think I want some deviled eggs made. Actually, I'll probably just make it more like a little salad without the white part. And then stick that in my salad. We'll see. We will see. Alright, I'm going to put this in the fridge temporarily. And I might have to use the yolk, right? We might have to have it. I don't know yet. I've never done this. So, like, it was a fail. It was a fail the other day. But I didn't have, like, real fat, so I'm hoping the bacon's going to make a difference. Alright, I know it's shaking. I got my bacon. I got my bacon grease. But I think the bacon grease needs to come to a thickness. It needs to cool down drastically. So that we can use it. So I am going to put some aluminum foil on top of it. Just grab some. Alright. It's very hot. Basically, I just scooped some off on the griddle while I was cooking it. So, my griddle is clean. Definitely cooked this too long. It is harder than I like. Let me get the stuff ready for salad. Alright, it is 5:20 now. Stop shaking. There we go. So now back to making my salad. Y'all, since it's set there, the lettuce looks like it doesn't exist now. Like, but we're going with it. We know it was the right amount. Alright, I'm using the last of the old egg right there. Well, technically I have 2 more, but okay. So, we're throwing in turkey. I want 5 ounces at least. Since this will be my only meal, I should probably have more than 5, but we're going with 5. Okay. Yes, I probably ate 2, 3, 4 pieces of bacon. I don't know. It's just so yummy when you're cooking fresh bacon. It's kind of hard to control yourself, not gonna lie. But we are gonna throw in more bacon. Voila. Got some bacon up in here. This is so weird that the lettuce is so, like, non-existing now. Let's see. I'm gonna grab something to help me with the pickles because my hands are greasy. This way I can also, alright, we're going for 1 to 2 ounces. Can control letting that garlic in because I don't want the garlic. Okay, I think that's good enough. I don't need tons. Alright. Going for 2 ounces of cheese, so we're going to 9 because we're at 7 ounces right now. Like I said, this is it. This is my only meal today. It is 5:20. My last coffee's over there making right now. Hold on one sec. Okay, will this, oh, sorry about the shaking. Will these stay on? I don't know. I have a video I can come back to, but I'm going to try. That's way more than one, but that's okay. Y'all, I have a billion pens, but when I need them, I don't know what they are. I thought I had one in here. Let's try the dry eraser, maybe. I gotta bring a pen in here again. I swear, the cats steal my pens. I'm not lying. I find them in their stuff all the time. Okay. Now I won't, as long as that doesn't erase, I won't have to keep going back in my videos and seeing when I made it. So, this is my yummy meal. And it is 5:30 now. And I'm going to go eat. So I did decide to put my salad, which I ate almost all of it. I have to go throw it away. I've been sitting here watching YouTube videos for the last hours or so. Yeah, a whole hour now. So, it all settled. It was just too big for me. I couldn't eat the egg. It was just way too much food in one meal. It's why usually OMAD does not work for me, because I can't get enough in. Meaning I can't get enough protein in. So counting my coffee, I get calories and fat in with no problem. I'm at like 1,400 calories. I'm at like 104 fat, but my protein's only 65. So protein kicks my butt, y'all. I know I should be having at least 100 or more grams of protein a day, but protein, literally, it's really hard for me. It's too much food at once, and I'm not liking the taste of steak right now. I am trying burgers tomorrow. I can't have chicken, unfortunately, because that would make protein easy. Protein, when I could eat chicken, was so easy for me. But I have to admit, when I ate chicken, before becoming allergic to it, I would get really sleepy and really hungry a few hours after eating it. This version of keto, where I am not eating any chicken this time around, mainly because I'm allergic, and right now the only turkey I can find, I did find some ground turkey today, but mainly I'm just finding that deli meat where you slice it yourself turkey. I'm not getting any sleepiness after eating at all. So I'm not having any of my blood sugars going up, I'm assuming, because I know after I ate a lot of chicken breasts, I would do 8+ ounces of chicken breasts, I would get tired. And then within 2 hours, I would be ravenously hungry. I wouldn't eat. I would just suffer, right? That was my whole journey of the last time when I lost all my weight and wasn't off keto and like was amazing and all that. I had to suffer the hunger yo-yo train daily. This time around, the way I'm doing it, there is no hunger. Y'all, I was expecting to be absolutely starving by the time it was dinner time, and I wasn't. I had to force myself to eat. I kind of wish I didn't have that last coffee. It didn't settle so well. It left me really heavy. I think I'm going to go back down to 2 coffees or try to drink it with no butter in it and see what happens. That is where my fat is coming from. I am doing 6 tablespoons of butter a day, 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, plus whatever's in the 2 ounces of cheese. And that is how I'm getting my fat numbers in there. But, yeah. So I just feel a little full. It's like if I was to drink a lot of water right now, I'd be feeling, that's how I feel. Like I drank too much. Like there's just too much liquid in there. I can hear it gushing, I swear. But I had no issues with my food. I know I need to go in there and make the mayo. Let me go see if the bacon grease is even ready. Now, I will warn you, while I'm putting this video together, if it turns out this video is way too long, you will see the mayo video in tomorrow's video.